So welcome to another fishing fiend vlog. Today, unusually, I'm in the middle of a session. Well, I'm actually in the middle of 3 sessions. I'll start with this. I'm out here chasing perch. My PB perch is only about £1.50, and I thought, well, while this lockdown's on, I can hit a few, or hit a local commercial venue. So I'm here at Bradshaw Hall in Bolton, and see if I can up my PB perch, which I'm very pleased to tell you over the next few minutes you'll see that I have. So I've started off catching some very small ones, and just out a very simple method. And even though I'm chasing a PB, I've not got my scales with me, but I've been catching fish up to about 15 inches. So my float that I use is 8 inches long, so I've been measuring them up against my float, which takes them to well over £2. In fact, one of the ones that caught over £2 had a 4-ounce perch in its mouth, so we'll call it my new P is going to be £2 4 ounces. I need to invest in some scales. There's been a variety of weather. The first time we came, I came with Phil and we fished in this cone over here, and it was cold and wet. And then the second time I came, I fished this peg where young Caden's fishing today, and it was wet and windy. And today I'm fishing in this peg on Lake 3, and it's cold, wet and windy. But I suppose that's what you get in January. Sorry, edit. That's what you get in December. It's nearly January, it's nearly Christmas. But I thoroughly enjoyed myself. And I've caught some cracking fish. So I hope you enjoy the next 15, 20, 30 minutes of video. And you see a couple of new PBs hit the bank for a change. Instead of El Blanco having a skeleton session, catching nothing. So a nice pleasant change in what I always consider to be a great winter venue. I don't really like coming here in the summer, it gets a bit busy for me. But in the winter, when it's hard going everywhere else, this is a brilliant place to. You see how empty it is? Look at that, the only people here are my friends. You can see Dave Park there through the trees. You can see Phil on that peg. The young Caden is sitting behind me there. So we're all just setting up, and be good to see what we catch. Bait. Again, chopped worms. Nothing too complicated. Size 8 Drennan specimen hook, £4 fluoro hook length, and a Mike Coots 5BB straight peacock waggler. Simplicity itself, and obviously because we're catching decent fish, got the old hooking mat and a decent sized landing net with a great big drop in it. Look at that. So we'll sit back, and the video will now go back to my first session where me and Phil fished up in that corner and couldn't even get a bite for about 3 hours until we moved. But it did end up in quite a good session. Anyway, I'll shut up gassing now. You want to see some fishing going on and get some fish on the bank. Catch you later. So here we are, me and Phil, sat in the rain under this new shelter that I've got on a local commercial fishery. And back on, you can't really see, back on the worms. Worms, where are they? There they are, back on the worms. And I'm just fishing in the margin there. That's the float, just in the margin there. It's about 4 foot deep. I'm just fishing a small piece of worm on a size 14 hook. About 2 inches on the deck, just in the margin. Over about a dozen chopped worms. And as yet, you guessed it, no bites, no interest, no nothing. It's freezing. There's 2 degrees in the car when we got here. It's probably it's warmed up now, it's probably 3 degrees now. But there we go. I'm not going to give you the full view. We know there's big perch in this lake. Are we going to catch one? Who knows? Well, I don't know what to say. It's taken a while, and then you have to question yourself, has it been worth it? And just to give you a comparison, there's my thumb and there's my finger. Don't you just love fishing, eh? Yeah, fishy, fishy, fishy. Look at that lovely eye, eh? A big black and yellow eye. Get in focus. There we go. Yeah, and I think we just have to say, when it gets going tough, it still fishes tough. Look at this, lovely palm-sized little skimmer on a bit of worm. But 2 fish in 10 minutes, which is not bad, seeing as though I've had no fish in 2 days. But hey ho, they can only get bigger. This one's bigger than the perch, so hopefully the next one I'll catch will go off the end of my hand. Who knows? So I've had a little change. I was fishing up in that far corner there on the left, right up against the reeds. Not a touch. And I've moved here and I'm just fishing. I can see my float somewhere. Let's have a look. I'm only fishing a tiny dot, so it's difficult to see it. There it is. I'm just fishing virtually the end of my rod tip. So 1 rod length out. And so far, a little skimmer and a perch, 15 minutes, nearly a bite of chuck. So it is worth, well, there's a bite. And a fish, and a better fish as well. Whoa, look, pulling my rod. I can't believe this. Hey, first time, live on one of my videos, I've actually got a fish. I've got a better one. I haven't a clue what it is, but maybe Mr. Phil would oblige with the landing net. Let's have a look and see what it is in a minute. So, that was the course. A nice little chub. About, oh, it's not, maybe, chub are always hollow, aren't they? Probably about 12 ounces. Well, all of a sudden, it's come alive, this swim. Oh, well, the lake has. Just moved swim and started to find some fish, which is nice. There we go, look at that. Absolutely lovely. And we'll let them go back. Look at that, there we go. They're finally getting a bit bigger. About 12 ounces. That float's 8 inches long. So.
You're not recording, are you?
Yeah, I am recording. Most definitely. And, whoa, and it was caught on chopworm. So, there we go. And now a nice little roach. Still not bigger than the palm of my hand, but I don't mind. It's lovely to get a little bit of variety. And all I'm using is a size 14 hook and half a worm. I'm just casting it out about a rod length, just beyond my rod tip there. So fishing to hand basically. I could fish a whip, but it's lovely just sitting out. Now that it's stopped raining, we don't have to sit under that shelter anymore. Move into the main part of the lake because we had to share a double peg and you can't fit. That's on like open bivvy shelter on one of these. That's my. I've always got a good excuse, don't I? But now we're moved out. Even Phil's moved. Look, you can see him over there now. Busy getting rid of that method feeder and putting a float on. And he's going to come over in a minute and catch some worms off me, which I don't mind. But nothing massive, nothing huge. But the float's going under, bending the rod. It's great fun. So Phil come to join me, well, for a reason. Look at this little beast there. Hey, hang on 1 minute. There we go. So I'm not weighing it. I've not actually got any scales with me. But it's, in my view, that's pushing a pound at least. It's an absolutely cracking fish. I'll measure my float later. I reckon the float's at 8 inches. So I reckon this perch, if we have a look there, is going to be at least 14 inches. It's a lovely bonny fish, got a great big high back, lovely dorsal fin. And the interesting thing is, when I was unhooking it, it's gone now. It swallowed it. It did have another perch hanging out the bottom of its mouth. So while it's been in the landing net here, it swallowed it a bit better. It had a perch hanging out of its mouth. But, mission accomplished for the day anyway. It's a lovely fish. So maybe pushing a bit more than a pound, but a perch like a little bit like chub, they're very hollow. So you always think that they weigh more than they actually do. Anyway, it's been out of the water long enough now. It's time to put it back. Let's see if we can catch its big brother or sister. There we go. It's going to go back now. Let it go, Phil. It's a lovely, lovely fish. So here we are at Bradshaws again, me and Phil, absolutely hosing it down. We're sat under the umbrella here. Phil's got a rod out to our right, fishing single maggot. He's had a couple of little bits. I'm fishing out here to the left off this reed bank with worm again. And I've had a couple of nice roach, about 12 ounces, and 2 tiny little perch. But I'm fishing, as you see. There we go, look at that. There we go. And one of the nice things about fishing worm for perch is that occasionally, look at that, lovely, lovely. You know how big my hands are. What we're going to say this roach is, I'm not going to weigh it. Nice 12 ouncer. Let's just put his tail out there, look at that. Oh, it's hard to do it on your own sometimes. There we go. What's that going to be? 8 to 12 ounces, call it 10, split the difference. Lovely, lovely roach on worm. So no big perch yet. This is the biggest fish of the day. So plenty of time. And let's hope we catch something a bit bigger. Just a very quick one to say that in the depths of winter, no matter how big or how small, you have to celebrate every fish as a little victory. And that, you gotta love it. Look at the size of it. That is a little victory. I love them. Hey, never complain about when your float goes down and you catch a fish. So here we go. A little bit of mission accomplished. It's not as big as the one I had last week, I don't think. I think last week was around about the £2 mark. Let's keep still, young man. That's the bait I had it on. You can see that worm there. Once we pick it up, there we go. Had it on that little bit of worm. Size 8 Drennan Specialist. Cootsy's float. It's 8 inches long. That fish is probably, it was a little bit smaller than last week's. Just spread it out there. Here we go, look. So I'd say that it's about 14 inches at a guess, if that's maybe 13 inches. It's a good pounding weight, lovely fish. So pleased with that one. Let's see if we can catch some more. So there's my float. There's the rain. It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon now. It's been relentless. Hey? Who says fishing is fun? Wow. I suppose it is really. Phil's had a few fish. I've had a nice roach. Plenty of small perch. Had that one decent one so far. And we've still got that last witching hour to come, which is always fantastic when the light starts to drop. No doubt the rain will continue to drop, but as the light starts to drop, I always think in the afternoon, winter's afternoon, that's perch o'clock. So we'll see what happens. But at least I've had a nice view. So you can't beat that for a view for a day, can you? Not the normal horde of anglers. The place is virtually deserted. It's nice and quiet. Lovely day. Up in the hills above Bolton. How nice is that? Oh, he's got one. For the camera, can you believe it? Mr. Phillip has a fish. What have we got? Let's have a look.
Seen it.
It's a roach. Right, well, we're not gonna film a little roach. Let's have a look. You're gonna swing it in?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, 4 ounce special. If you're at a match angler on Bradshaws on the Silvers Winter League, let's have a look. Phil, hold it up. It's a scale perfect winter roach.
Perfectly hooked in the gob.
There we go. Likes a bit of worm. Well done, Phil. Here we go, a nice little medium sized one. Probably about 8 ounces, 6 ounces. Oh, having a little flip. And again, come back. But there's plenty of fish in here like this. I suppose if you're going to go and target a species of fish, you do need to go to a venue where there's plenty of them. It makes life a lot easier. There we go. We'll unhook him and put him back. So here we are. It's finally stopped raining. It's nearly 3 o'clock in the afternoon. The bites have slowed down. The rain has slowed down. There is no wind.
The fish are topping.
The fish have started, well, the minnows have started to top. Oh, I've got a bite. Can you believe it? That'll teach me, won't it? It's come back up again. That'll teach me. Hang on, let's turn the screen round.
That's what you get for being a superstar.
Yeah, so I start talking to you lot and my float goes down. You do the same, and again. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's how it...
Keep talking.
Keep talking, keep watching, that float's going.
Keep talking.
Can we see it in here? Hang on. There it is. Phil, if I get a bite, do strike for me, will you? See, that's the advantage of sharing a peg. But it's all gone quiet now. Whatever was showing interest
You scared it off.
has been scared off. But what I was going to say is, it's getting towards 3 o'clock. The light's going to go very quickly today. We've had good fun over the last 2 sessions on here. After a few blanks, we've come somewhere with some fish. So the first time we came on, I had that lovely new PB perch. Didn't weigh it. It's over £2. Call it £2, whatever. I don't care. Oh, that float's still going and missed it. That's too much chit chat. Oh, can you believe it? Anyway, so the last time we came on, we had some nice perch. That one of £2, one of probably about £1.5. And today we've had that one that's probably over £1. Cootsy's float is 8 inches. That fish was a good 12, 13 inches long. So we'll call it over £1. I need to invest in some scales and start giving you exact pounds and ounces, shillings and grams. But it's been a nice time. I've got another free day on Sunday, so I'm going to definitely come back here with Phil. Hopefully it's going to be dry. I think we'll go back on Lake 3 because we had more action on Lake 3 than we've had on Lake 4. I don't know, maybe if there's a few matches on Sundays, there tends to be at this place. We might be in one of the lakes down the hill at the back behind that dam wall. But it's still going to be worm and it's still going to be perch fishing, so we'll see how we get on. So I think we're not going to catch, unlikely to catch any more before we of anything decent. Whoa, whoa,
There we go.
and I've got one and it's decent. Hold the camera, Phil. Can you believe it? It's a nice fish. It's a nice fish. Stop it
Should
going
this
under
be
your
on
line.
red?
I
No,
don't
no.
know what it is. Have you turned it off?
No, no, it's going. It's all right. Okay.
It's a nice fish. Let's have a look. Let's get the landing net ready. And it is a lovely
Monster perch.
Oh, it's a nice one actually. I've either got a very weak left arm or it's a decent weight. Look at that. Let's have a look.
Look at this.
Look at that. Oh, now I'm happy.
Whoa. This is a big fella.
This is a big fella, so that's my bait box. And that is a nice, we're going to call that a 2-pounder as well. Whoa! There we go. We might go and ask the man next to us actually if he's got some scales. Well, that is a cracker. Let's just, yeah, if you don't mind. We'll just flop him down. We'll turn this off. We'll unhook him. We'll put him in the land. There we go. And this is a big landing net. So the rain stopped. I've landed that fish, and here it is. So Mike Coots' float here is about 8 inches long. I'll measure it properly when I get home. So if that's 8 inches, that's going to be another 6 inches, 14 inches. some decent sized fish. That lovely, lovely. And I've got big hands there, man. 6 foot odd bloke. Lovely deep fish. Phil, do you want to do the honours and I'll hold it up. Put your fingers in front of the lens.
Yeah.
Look at that, I'm pleased with that. I don't know, perch anglers always get the dorsal fin up, but I'm pleased with that.
There you go.
Thank you very much. Do you want to turn the video off and just take one photo? Here we go, and even our Phil is now getting in on the action with a perch, not quite as big as the one I had. Oh, careful, it's like a bar of soap, Phil, just be careful. There you go, just hold it still and I'll bring it in close. Look at that, that's a lovely fish, probably about 12 ounces to a pound. Again on worm, lovely, lovely red fins. Move your thumb. Look at that, those lovely colours. What a cracker, well done Phil. Hang on, look at that, the smile says it all. Well done pal. So thanks for joining me. You can see it's going dusk now. Lovely, lovely day we've had today. Sun's just dropping now behind the trees behind me. Thought I'd share that. Look, it's Mancunian sunshine. Very, very rare thing these days. Can't remember the last time I saw the sun round here. We've spent all day hiding under a brolly from the rain. Just pack up and the clouds disappear, the sun comes out. So 2 really good sessions. First one, we came, had a blank in the morning, moved swims, suddenly hit the fish. Perch to a pound, then we got perch to two and a bit pounds, new PB, plus chub, eyed, roach and skimmers all on the worm. And then we've been today again, another slow start, and then we started hitting into the perch. Once lunchtime had gone by, started off with one with we started a tiny one, didn't we? Then we started getting them around about the pound and a half mark, and I've got no idea what that last big one, decent one weighed that I caught. Way over 2 pounds. I mean, it's a 14-inch roach. A 14-inch roach is 2 pound, and that was a 14-inch plus perch, and perch a much thicker set fish. So no idea really what it weighed, but it's a new PB of an unknown weight. I'll try and figure it out and then make a guesstimate. But from now on, I think I'm going to start coming out with some scales, and you can see for yourselves. I've never really been one for weighing fish and having PBs and targets to beat. I just enjoy catching fish. So maybe we'll change that and start putting some pounds and ounces or kilos and grams to some of these fish. Anyway, thanks for joining me again. Please press the like button. Please press the subscribe button. I'm desperate to get to 1,000 subscribers, because once I do, I'm going to start doing live fishing. So me and Phil, we're going to do some live fishing once we get to 1,000 subscribers, and you can have a chat to us and watch the float while we're at it. Be good fun. All right, so thanks a lot. See you soon. Bye. Look at that little greedy so-and-so. He's managed a whole worm and a size 8 hook. You've just got to love them, don't you? Right species, wrong size. Carry on. Then another advantage of fishing bigger baits and bigger hooks is you catch bigger roach too. You know, it's not huge. You have to remember I've got big hands, but that's a nice 6-ounce fish. You can't get fed up with catching old red eye like that, can you? Ah well, let's put him back. No big perch yet, only had a couple of little small perch. An eyed. So hopefully it's getting close to lunchtime now, and so far on these past couple of sessions we've had here at Bradshaws, most of the best fish will come between 1 o'clock and 3 o'clock. So I'm going to set it out in this cold, blustery wind. There ain't much, well, it is fun, it's better than being at home, isn't it? But it's a very biting wind. Let's get this fella unhooked and back in the water. So now we've got through to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I've not really caught my target species today, but here in the net I've got yet another nice little eyed. Can you see that there? Which has taken a whole dendrobina. So probably another 6 to 8 ounces. It's a nice little fish. Just let it go. Kept me busy. Found Caden there. That's up to fish. You can see him just on the end of that peg in the distance there. I don't know what he's got. What is it, Caden? F1. Oh, we'll turn that off then. Don't need to see that. So I'll show you the float that I've been using the last couple of sessions. Once I can pick it up, my hands are getting cold now. Just a homemade straight peacock waggler. A nice bright luminous pink tip. I was like a black band in the middle of the tip. I had these specially made by my friend Mike. Just helps me read the bites better. Locked with 2 float stops. And then lower down the line, got 2 AA, a single BB, and a lovely dendrobina up near the head. And that's what I had that eyed on. So it's been standard all the way through the last 3 sessions, and this is what I've been catching the perch on, just not today. So I had 2 good perch sessions and 1 bad perch session. It's been very cold and windy today. Poor old Phil there, he's like an icicle. 2 guys have turned up on that opposite bank to us there. They've been casting out to the island. Method feeders, they've been catching F1s. Caden's given up for the perch and the worm. He's gone on some sweet corn and he's been catching decent roach, eyed and F1s. But still an hour to go. I'm not giving up. I'm not going to go over to the dark side and fish corn for F1s. I'm going to stick with the purest wiggly worms and see if I can manage to sneak out the final perch before we call it quits for Christmas. I don't know if you can hear the wind or if you can hear me. It's 10 past 3. It's howling a gale now. We've not had a bite for ages. I'm going to call it a day. I can't feel my toes. So I'm going to drive home and pick up a cup of coffee on the way. Take young Caden, wherever he is behind me up there. Drop him off at home. But it's not been successful today, which is a bit of a shame. That's some hide. That's a couple of nice roach. 2 or 3 small perch. Nowhere near as much action as I've had recently. It's just one of those days. Absolutely freezing cold. But when I get to the car it's about 2 or 3 degrees. It's a horrible, strong northeasterly wind. But I've had 3 enjoyable sessions here. I mean, I know I'm moaning now about the cold, but I can't complain. I've had some great fish. I had some fun with Phil. And I'm not going to be coming back to Bradshaws again this side of 2021. I've got a couple of other spots that I fancy trying, some perch, and obviously I'll share them with you. Not a man for secrets of where I go fishing or how I catch them. So keep tuning in. Have a lovely Christmas, and I hope you all have a successful 2021 fishing. And I'll see you soon.